So I have to apologize that I haven't made a video in quite a long time, but I haven't really had much to video other than the Iowa City car show that I was at. But I got a little caught up talking to friends and checking out cars that I kind of forgot to even do footage. Other than that, I haven't really done anything. But today, I got something else to show you. So I've got a box here, and I've been waiting for it to do something, or to do this addition or mod to my car for a long time. But it is a fuel pump rewire kit. I already opened it, but yep, this is the fuel pump rewire kit from Caspers Electronics. So, yep, it's 12 gauge wire, routes directly from the alternator to your fuel pump to provide a lot more amperage or power, whatever you want to call it, to the fuel pump, so that you have as much power as possible when you're wide open and you don't go lean or anything. You know, make sure you get as much fuel as possible. I've had a problem with the car going lean when I floor it, especially like right away when I floor it. It starts to get a little rich right after, but right away when I floor it, it seems like it's too lean and, you know, just not getting enough fuel. So got the fuel pump rewire kit here. So I do have to go to work in a little while, so that ain't happening today, but I will install that tomorrow. So pretty excited to get this thing installed. I did replace the fuel filter. Seemed to help a little bit, but not enough. So this is going to be going in. I am running a Walbro 450 on the stock wiring, so it's probably you know, the wire isn't big enough for all the fuel that I need. So that'll happen tomorrow. That is the fuel pump rewire, and the install will go in tomorrow, and hopefully everything goes well. And then there is Midnight Mania in Cedar Falls this Saturday. What day is that? I have to think. Is that the 7th? I think it's July 7th, or yeah, 7th. So not too far. I'm not sure if I'm going or not. I just don't really know. I have to put in this fuel pump rewire kit and see how it changes things, and hopefully it gets more fuel. If not, I have to see what else I can do, because, you know, I have 80-pound injectors, a Walbro 450, brand new fuel filter, and this fuel pump rewire that's going in. So, and my friend who tuned my car cranked up the fuel on the VE and the PE tables. So there's no reason that, you know, this should fix it. Other than that, I'm not really sure what else the problem would be. So we'll try that, and hopefully it goes well. I really want to get it dialed in so it can run at, you know, a low 12-second quarter mile. It's definitely capable of it. I just got to get a few more degrees of timing tuned into it. So make sure the fuel is good, and then crank up the timing a couple more degrees at least. I need to be at least 18 degrees. 16 is too low. So 18 to 20 at least is what I want to be. So tomorrow is going to be the fuel pump install, and I'll do some tests. So yeah. What is going on, everybody? Just getting off work. I know. Why is it dark out, you say? Well, I'm on night shift right now, so getting out late is kind of part of the deal. That is not the actual time, but so it is about 12:30 in the morning, maybe a little after. I am a USDA inspector, and unfortunately I have to rotate sometimes, so I gotta say though, you know, this is a really good car. You know, it gets amazing gas mileage, I think. It could probably do better, considering the different distances I've driven, but you know, it gets very good gas mileage. You know, I pretty much use this to drive everywhere, and I only have to fill it up about once every 2 weeks. So, you know, I'd say that this thing does very good on gas. You know, it's been actually pretty reliable. I've had it, I don't know, about a year and a half now, and it's got 208,000 miles. I don't know if you can see there, but yeah, yep, 208,882, and it runs like a dream. So yeah, no complaints after I fixed. I had quite a flurry of problems right when I got it, but with a car at the miles it's got, it just tends to be that way. So, but I paid $700 for it. $700 for a car that's gonna run for quite a while is a good deal. And let's see, I've had to replace a number of things. Like, I replaced pretty much every ignition component in the engine that I could, but it didn't need it. It was my fault, thinking it was the ignition. But anyway, oh, there's a cop up here. I wonder what he's doing. It's Waterloo, Iowa. You just kind of expect that kind of thing. So we're just gonna kind of put the camera down a little bit. I don't want him to see me holding my phone, That wouldn't be good. Yeah, the funny thing about those situations is 99% of the time you can't even see if there's a car in front of that police officer, because the police officer's vehicle is usually blocking it. So anyway, yeah, I've replaced all the ignition components, and I've replaced, let's see, I did the rear drum. I replaced the rear drum on the back, on the driver's side, that with the wheel bearing, had a new wheel bearing in it. And replaced, I did the front axle on the passenger side, front passenger strut and wheel bearing, tires, just a number of things. But overall, it's been a good car. I think in the last 6 months, I've only replaced, I've done normal stuff like oil changes, whatnot, air filter. But I replaced the front tie rod end on the passenger side. But other than that, nothing. And it goes everywhere. Brakes are starting to feel a little spongy though. Kind of weird. I have to check into that. But yeah. Also, guys, I want to apologize again. Haven't made any videos. Haven't kept up on the channel, but that fuel pump rewire is going in tomorrow, like I mentioned before. I'm not gonna go mess with it tonight, just because it's dark out, and I have a garage, of course, but I'm just gonna wait till the morning when there's more light. It's easier to see, easier to work on. Hey, there's a deer. You guys see that? I don't know if you guys saw that. There's a deer. Yeah, another good reason I take this thing to work all the time, because I've had a couple encounters with deer on the way home, and I don't want to smash up my Grand Prix just because I decided to drive it to work one day. So yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna even be running at the track this weekend. I'm a little short on cash. It's $25 unlimited runs at Cedar Falls Motorsports Park, but that's a good deal. I think. I haven't ran at any track before, but $25 to race your car all day sounds like not a bad deal to me. Just I'm short on cash, so I need to keep my priorities straight. Racing at the track is not my priority right now, so yeah, we'll see what goes on. Yeah, just a little bit more in depth about the car. It's not, I don't use it for anything cool, it's not supposed to be cool. It's just my daily driver. That's all it is. The Grand Prix is not the daily driver. I know you're thinking, wow, the Grand Prix is a daily driver car, is what it's for. Not mine. Not specifically not mine. It's got racing harnesses in the seats, and the gas mileage is not that great. So driving a car that probably gets 22 miles to the gallon on the highway and having to put those harnesses on all the time is a pain in the ass. So no, I will not daily drive that car. That's what this, you know, my Ford Focus is for. It's what I'm driving right now. Good, cheap, you know, cheap to fix, cheap on gas. You know, how can you go wrong? And it's been reliable to me. So, you know, it's a 2000 Ford Focus ZX3. So it's the 2-door hatch. It's got lots of room for me. You know, I'm about 5'10", so I mean it's pretty decent space for me. I can carry lots of car parts in the back. You know, I just put those seats down, and with the hatch, you know, and pop open the hatch, I could put a couple transmissions or even an engine in there. So yeah, it works great for everything I need pretty much. So, you know, like I said, it's not meant to be anything cool. You know, I have my other car for shows and racing and stuff. You know, it's not a bad idea to have a cheap daily driver. You know, I don't know why people are so set on getting like a new car. You know, like, why don't you get rid of that Focus and get a new car? I mean, this car works perfectly fine. You know, why get rid of a perfectly good car just to get something newer, but that's a little bit fancier, and have car payments? I mean, why would I want to do that? Why would I want a car payment when I could be using the money from a car payment towards my Grand Prix for more parts to make it better, faster, perform better, or, you know, save or wait until I'm gonna plan on getting a different car for modifying, something that's V8 rear wheel drive. You know, I don't think that's a bad idea. We are finally getting home, which means I can relax, have my ice cream. Oh, what a long night. Pull into my parking spot. I'll be right back. I had to wait it out a little bit because I seen a car down the street, and he was just sitting there at the intersection, waiting to go left, the way towards me. And I pulled into the driveway, as you saw just a little bit ago, and that car turned and started coming towards, you know, my direction. And I started, you know, coming around, and I seen the car slow down right in front of the building next to me, and just slowed down and then stopped at the side of the street. So I don't know if that person was waiting. I mean, I know that sounds crazy. But you never know. There's some creeps out there, or even people trying to, you know, steal or, you know, damage stuff. Who knows? But I don't know. I just thought it was kind of weird how, you know, he was sitting down there, just sitting at the intersection. Like, as soon as I got around the corner and he was visible, I saw him down there. And then as soon as I pull in the driveway, he starts coming towards my direction. I mean, that's kind of weird. So anyway, so I'm gonna work on this video. You know, I gotta do editing magic and stuff. I know my videos are not very fancy, but I mean, I use my phone to make these videos. That's it. You know, I record these on my phone. I edit them on my phone. Nothing's too fancy. I do what I can. I don't have internet at my home because it was so expensive. And, you know, I'm still in my first year at my new job, so I'm not making my highest pay that I could be. I'm still on a probationary period, so I want to save some money. So I was paying like $105 a month for internet and just the local TV channels, and then I was paying also for Netflix. So that's $10 a month. I'm paying for Spotify. I still have that, but I'm also paying to have. I was paying to have Xbox Online. That's another $10 or $11 a month, and then I was paying to have PlayStation Online. So that's even another payment. So I'm probably saving $150 a month that I can use for car parts and stuff, whatever else. I just use internet on my phone and my tablet if I need it. So, it's getting late. I'm gonna grab some ice cream out of my fridge.
work on editing this video, and I will see you guys next time.